Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I apologize. I am running behind. As you can tell, I'm not in my usual place because I am already on the road traveling this week. So we'll give just a few more minutes. If you would, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. I apologize. I posted the survey last week in the community under the community tab and asked you what video you wanted to see next. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to do those out of order just because I'm not at home in order to pull out my bags and show you the other two categories. So we are going to start with the one that had the least number of votes. And it's because I'm able to do it from a hotel room because it doesn't require any bag. So thank you for joining. I know I'm way behind time. If you would, I'd like to see you guess where I am. There's snow on the ground if that helps you to figure it out. And we're expecting more. All right, so this video started out when I started making my list. It was going to be the top 5 Dooney and Bourke moments of 2018. And I had some video ideas on what I wanted to include. And I talked to a couple of people in the tribe and decided, you know what, for my brand, right? Because all I have is who I am here on YouTube for the purposes of social media. I didn't want to poke holes in that by pointing out some of the things that were most memorable and quite honestly hilarious to me this past year. So I decided to kind of a different approach, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So the top most memorable Dooney and Bourke moments of 2018. And the very first one I would have to say is the meet and greet back in May in Chicago, because that experience gave birth to the tribe. It is where we all first met for the first time, and we connected, and we forged these great friendships that have continued. And it was just really nice to be able to take the friendship or the names and the videos and the content that we had grown so accustomed to seeing on YouTube, to bring it to life and put it in front of the camera, and to see if there was more to this YouTube thing than just handbags and the camera. And I was not disappointed. And I would venture to say that most likely those that participated in the meet and greet in Chicago were also disappointed. So I just realized that I had my chat off. So that was number 1, and not in any particular order. So I'm going to go back and say hi to Military Mom, to Sabrina, the White Tupac, Rosalind Ellis, happy Sunday, Heartstring, hello, hello, Pamela, welcome, Sonya Covington, hello, hello, Mrs. Q. Michelle Jester, welcome. Brian Dunlap, Amy Frazier, welcome. Brittany Snow, happy to have you. Would prefer there not to be snow outside, but we'll work through it tonight. Hello, DJ King. Happy Sunday, Teresa. M Squared, welcome, welcome, welcome. Chrissy W, hello. Military Mom, no, not Boston, but that is an excellent guess. Hello, Vader. Happy Sunday. Sabrina, by any means necessary, I am leaving the snow and the cold weather here. Michelle, not in Virginia this week, but I do have a trip to Virginia coming. Hello, B-Star Vibe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Do we have, hi, Kimberly? The Closet Dive, hello, hello. D. Blair, happy Sunday. Sunny Skies 151, welcome, 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 welcome. And Gunza Girl Denny, did I get that right? Welcome. Vader, hello, hello. Ann K, welcome. Let's see, who else am I missing? Am I missing anyone else? Carmen, hello. I miss you. Hi, Lisa. Welcome to the live stream. Tanya Jones, welcome. Oh, y'all have been busy. Lisa Whitmire, y'all have been busy in the live stream chatting now. All right, so now let me get back on track. So, one of the most memorable, again, was the meet and greet back in May and the tribe being born, because that really is the tribe's birthday. It's like Memorial Day weekend 2018 is our birthday. From that amazing experience, the friendships and the connections and the prayer groups and the professional support and the shopping together, the praying together, all of that was born out of the meet and greet in Chicago. And I would have to say that, at least for me personally, that was one of the top Dooney moments of 2018. And I can't say enough about those relationships, because some stuff going on right now with me personally, and I've tested those relationships and they have proven to be rock solid. And I'm going to move on because I don't have Kleenex on this table. So the next is, after we had the meet and greet in Chicago, one of the tribe members was pushed to move outside of her comfort zone. We challenged her to not only speak up, but to speak out and to put herself in front of the camera. And she took that challenge like a bull by its horns. And shortly after, Suzwat appeared for the first time since the meet and greet, but first time on her own channel in front of the camera. And her channel has grown since then, right? Because if there's anything that I've learned about this community, is that we are all more connected than we think, right? So the love of this fine cowhide brought us together, but we share so many more things that connect us as handbag lovers, and especially as women that can support each other and rally around each other and challenge each other and push each other to step outside of our comfort zone and to do more and to be better and to be more confident and to be stronger and to be more faithful. And I saw all of those things when I first saw Suz sit down in front of the camera. And even though she doesn't give herself nearly enough credit for the strong, empowering, beautiful spirit that she is, she tackled that camera like it was a rhino at the zoo that needed to be put down. I mean, she has been absolutely amazing. And I've seen her channel and her content grow. And for me, that was one of the most memorable moments of 2018. The next was none other than the summer rally around Montego and Siesta. Y'all, I need a little bit of that warmth right now because you see I'm still in my hat. I am absolutely freezing. But we tore Dooney and Bourke's inventory to pieces as we were all trying to get our travel pieces in Montego and Seattle. And it did not matter whether you were doing long weekends, whether you were planning a cruise to Cuba with the rest of the tribe, whether you were doing beach getaways, or whether you just realized you need something fun, festive, that screams tropical vacation in your closet. There was a rally around Montego and Siesta and all things. Gym bags, page sacks, fold over crossbodies, the Willis with the Sammy tote, you name it, and you could not find the pieces of Montego and Siesta anywhere up and down the East Coast. We bought them completely out. We bought out Aurora. We bought out San Marcos. We bought out Tualaip, Washington. Hi, Baghound. There was a mad dash and search for all things tropical, and it was nice to really just have a collection, right? The summer collection, which I don't know about you, but had not really garnered a lot of attention from me in prior years from Dooney and Bourke, and for there to be something that was very tropical, but very understated, yet very classic and chic, that I think all of us really enjoyed. And that was whether you went with the white or the Caribbean blue, or you went with the pink or the black. There was just something around Saturdays and Sundays, calling to the outlets, sharing the pieces, how we were going to carry them, and which Carrington large and small would pair well with them. I can also recall the great debate between, is it coated cotton or is it nylon? And there kind of being this divide between whether, you wanted the coated cotton, or whether you were on team nylon, or whether it was a mixture. So the rally around Montego and Siesta is one of the things that I will absolutely remember about 2018. All right, so move forward, and there was a live stream that was done by another one of my tribe sisters. One that said, I'll never be in front of the camera. I'm not comfortable. I don't know how you feel up an hour of content week after week after week. And lo and behold, on a Saturday, she found herself at the Aurora outlet, and she sent a text message out to the tribe and said, should I live stream? And there was a resounding yes. We want to see what is at the outlets. And at that moment, Sonya Covington killed the live stream game. And that live stream is one of her most watched videos on her channel. Not to mention the fact that she went from being a YouTube viewer. She went from not passive, but a behind the scenes YouTube subscriber to actually creating her own channel, growing her channel, having some amazing content, and then live streaming and playing personal shopper like she had been a professional shopper for her entire life. So there was something, I think, for me that I saw in Sonya at that time that I thought, you know what? She's passionate about it, and if she wants to do this, she can absolutely kill it because she's authentic, she's genuine. She doesn't mind throwing out, oh, what the hell is this? Which I will never forget from her most recent brown sugar box reveal. She is thoughtful. Sonya says that she claims that she's socially awkward and never knows what to say. And I tell you, that could not be farther from the truth. Because in the moment when I have needed encouragement or prayer or something to make me laugh, you're absolutely right, military mom. She is just herself, and that is an amazing thing. And if she were anyone else, I don't know that I would deal with her. But because she is none other than the Sonya Covington, the woman that I have seen this year completely step out of her comfort zone and do things that she didn't think she wanted to do, that for me is one of the most amazing moments of 2018, is to see her step outside of her comfort zone. Whew. All right, we're gonna keep moving because there was some unity that was born over Carrington. Now I'm gonna say this. Y'all were a little late getting on the Carrington wagon because it has been 3 years now that Dooney and Bourke did an exclusive on QVC with the Carrington. And I jumped on the bandwagon then. And then shortly thereafter, on ILD, the lambskin Carrington was prevalent and plentiful in tons of different colors. And I was all over that as well. And then I think you ladies begin to trust me. And the more and more I talked about Carrington and how I was using her and the fact that you needed her, more and more and more of you rallied not only around the little Carrington, which was where I got my start, but the big Carrington, the big sister, the big mama was born in 2018, and we rallied around her in a ton of different colors. And then for a brief, very brief window, ILD brought back the lambskin, and all I can remember is melon was there in lambskin for a moment, and then it evaporated like steam on a hot day. It was over. So to be able to again rally around Siesta and Montego, and then the rally around all things Carrington, tells me that no matter how different we think we are from each other, how different we believe our lifestyles are from one another, there are just some very classic things and pieces with Dooney and Bourke, that whether you are a mom or a commuter or traveler or retiree or a business professional or doesn't carry a big bag or no bag or little bag, there are just some things that as a community we can all absolutely rally around. Then I had been watching this channel, and the more I watched it, the more engrossed I became in the content. And it didn't matter whether it was Patricia Nash or whether it was Dooney or whether it was Brahmin. This channel called The Closet Dive had me like drooling from the side of my mouth every single time that I watched a video. And those bags, even though some of them I have in my own collection, seeing them out in the wild at fountains and in their fall leaves and on the patio and stage for Christmas, and the samples from the tent sale, they just drew me in. And it made me want Dooney to go find the closet dive and ditch this whole idea of Dooney on location and, the whole Savannah lookbook and all of the, they did one down in Miami. Those videos and those pictures have absolutely nothing on the content that is created by none other than The Closet Dive. She is a mastermind when it comes to staging. If I ever decide to sell either of my homes, I'm going to fly her in so that she can stage them because they will sell immediately. Anything that she touches, it turns into an absolute masterpiece. She doesn't have to say a word in her videos, but the camera says it all. And if you are not following her channel, if you do not click so that whenever The Closet Dive uploads content, then all I'm going to say is you are missing out. You're missing out. And then my beautiful tribe sister, none other than the Mines Minute. Do y'all know who I'm talking about? The person that will have you at Macy's, at Dillard's, at Spring Step, at QVC, at Bloomingdale's, at any place that sells good quality leather shoes. None other than the Kimberly Mines will have you in your closet looking for shoes that are absolutely going to pull your bag, your outfit together. Because you can look a hot mess in between, but if your bag and your shoes are together, Kimberly Mines has shown us that there is more than one way to skin a cat when you're talking about styling, because bags that were not Dooney and Bourke, and then bags that were Dooney and Bourke, and shoes that honestly I probably missed at one point or wasn't thinking as creatively about. And then I see the Mines Minute and I immediately go and send her a text and say, when did you get those? And where did you find them? And did they have them in a size 10? Because you know I have big feet. And she unselfishly will tell me whether it is DSW or whether it's Macy's or QVC or Nordstrom or wherever. She'll be like, here's where you can find it. And here are the other colors that are available. So thinking about the fact that I didn't know Sonya or the Military Mom or Kimberly Mines or My Pursuit of Happiness or Says What, right? So we're just following each other's contents, and some of the ladies that were there, like Sonya and Kimberly, didn't even have channels. For them to show up, get, become a part of the tribe, and then to step out and trust the other women and start their own channels and have grown them in leaps and bounds this year is absolutely amazing. The Military Mom started her channel right before the meet and greet. We spent some time, all of us, right? We did a little bit of tech support, help with each other, because Military Mom's content was, it was not landscape, it was portrait. So we were getting the black bars on both sides, and she asked during the meet and greet, how do I get rid of that? And Pauline and My Pursuit of Happiness, and just all of us just helped her with that. And maybe we shouldn't have, because we all got a full landscape view back in September when we saw her slaughter those poor little Dooney and Bourkes. And I tell you, Sonya Covington named that poor little key lime wallet. And just in case y'all ever hear us talk about little Tink Tink, little Tink Tink is the wallet. And we thought, oh my goodness, that was the most devastating and hilarious and traumatizing and frightening live stream of the absolute year. We were not prepared for the slaughter that we were all about to witness. And if you have not been over to check out that live stream from back in September, I am going to urge you to do so, and to please, please, please do so with the live chat going, because it is hilarious. So the military mom took this approach of wanting to see whether or not Dooney and Bourke was worth the money that we're paying, right? And that she wanted to see what lies beneath. So was it all leather? Was there fillers? Was there cardboard? Was there, I don't know, styrofoam? But what lies underneath this outer layer of leather that we all see? And she proceeded to, with an X-Acto knife, to dissect, I believe it was a coated cotton little tote and a little leather wallet, poor little Tink Tink. So we're not sure what little Tink Tink did to the military mom. But had poor little Tink Tink not met his maker, we were going to have a memorial for him at the tent sale. But military mom ended up not making it, so we were not able to have our moment of silence. But that for me was by far one of the best moments of 2018. And I know I am not the only one on here that was like, wait a minute, what are we doing? What is she doing with the knife? Wait, why are we cutting it up? Why didn't you figure that out before you spent your money? No, not key lime. That color is not even available anymore. So there was an outcry that night for all things Dooney and salvaging them. And I shared with military mom, I said, if you come to the tent sale, I'm gonna have to check you for sharp cutting objects before you enter the tent, because we just cannot take any chances with you and a box cutter or an X-Acto knife. And she laughed. I think there was a part of her that knew that I was a little serious as well. But it was all in fun. And again, if you are new to this community, or if you missed poor little Tink Tink, then by all means, you absolutely must go over and check out the military mom. And I believe, and military mom, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the video title was Dooney and Bourke, What Lies Beneath. Is that right? I think all right. So the next on my list is none other than Dooney and brunch in Atlanta, because I met 3 of the most amazing women and we had a ball. Shadow Smith, Sabrina and Valerie, you guys have really, really made Atlanta feel like home for me. And I was talking to my sister, I guess it was last night, sometime this weekend, because I was in Nashville. And I was telling her that it was hard to believe that in July, I will have been in Atlanta for 7 years. And for 7 years, I have had the same address, but dare not venture too far out in the city without my GPS, because as y'all can see, I'm rarely at home. So yeah, you know, meeting new people, spending a lot of time there. You know, I know my neighbors, and I've hung out with them on a regular basis when I'm, you know, interested. But for a lot of people, they don't understand that when I am home, I want to be at home because I have spent so much time away from home. But I will tell you, hanging out with these ladies, whether it's the movies or our dessert dates or brunch or just talking about Dooney or work and life, it has been amazing. And finally, in nearly 7 years, Atlanta feels like home to me, because I want to be out. Now, we don't hang out every weekend. I don't want y'all to think that we grown, we older, we tired, we're mature professional women. We've got other interests, other things. You know, we've got homes to take care of and families and all of these other things. But what I would not trade is the friendships that were born out of Dooney and brunch. And I absolutely cannot imagine my life without these women going forward. And it's really, really hard for any of the names that I've mentioned tonight. It's really hard for me to even remember what it was like not knowing them, because we have talked like every day or text every day since we met. And I agree, Sabrina, it has absolutely been an amazing blessing. And I'm sure, one thing I am certain of is that I have done absolutely nothing for God to bless me the way that he did in 2018 with the new friendships. But I am so grateful that he has. The closet dive, yes, I'm going to say old, not like ancient, but like we're mature women, like teeny boppers. We're not. And I don't any of us want to be in shoes that are not comfortable. And for me, that is, you know, that's that maturity where you want it cute and comfortable, but if it can't be cute, it definitely needs to be comfortable. So I don't know. That's where I'm gonna leave that. So moving right along, we meet up for another time for the tent sale, and the tribe grew. And one of the things that I will never forget is the closet dive walking up to me and introducing herself at the tent sale and saying, "I've been waiting for y'all." And where is Mrs. Q? She's supposed to be here. I've been waiting to meet her. So I really appreciated the warmth, the opportunity to meet so many of you and to hang out. And I shared this off camera. Mrs. Q shared it on camera, so I am going to share it now on camera. As we were getting ready to leave, I shared with Mrs. Q that I was so thankful that goodness, that the person that I see on Friday nights in front of the camera is the exact same person that shows up in front of the camera, right? So whether she's in front of the camera or whether she was in person, the genuineness that you see on Mrs. Q's channel, the laughter, I'm not gonna cry, but that is, I think, what makes this group absolutely amazing. And then I meet none other than M's Squareds, and M's hugged me like we were childhood friends that had not seen each other forever. And I knew in that moment that I had just made a new friend. Oh my goodness. I'm not crying because if I do, I've got to get up and get tissue. And if y'all could only see the rig that I had to set up to get this camera in place. But those women fit right in with the tribe. And I'm sure they're calling to see if my room's okay. Other than it being cold, it's fine. So that, thinking that, you know what, we got lucky when we were in Chicago that everyone got along and meshed so very well, and that it was genuine and authentic, and like, okay, somebody's gonna show up and they're gonna wreck that. And what I tell you is that that did not happen. You could not tell from the time that we spent together that we hadn't all known each other for years. And the funny thing is, when you move away from YouTube and head back out into the real world, you do feel like you've known people forever, because we share so much of not only our collections and our opinions on here, but so much of the things that are going on in our personal lives and things that we share off camera. And some of those never make it in front of the camera. But it was absolutely amazing to have M's and Mrs. Q and Sunny Skies and B Star and Cindy and the Closet Dive. To who else am I missing? Am I missing someone else? Carmen. Who else? Who else am I missing? Who else am I missing? Am I missing someone else? Charge to my head, not my heart. But we all just fell in, and we have become thick as thieves. And we have again challenged each other. We have loved on each other. We have prayed with each other. And we have surprised each other, which is exactly what we did with Sus What, who celebrated her birthday before we came to Norwalk. Being able to surprise Sus is very difficult because she is so thoughtful. And just like any other and every other woman in the group, if she wants it, we are in a group of women that believe in depriving ourselves, right? So to be able to surprise her, and you guys saw the footage of that from the bucket list experience. I think that if you really saw that, then you know why it is so difficult for me to hold back tears tonight, because it has been absolutely amazing. It is amazing. And to start off that weekend, right? My birthday weekend. I'm sitting in the Atlanta airport, the last one to arrive, by the way. And Sabrina and Valerie are already at the gate, and we've got our bags, and we're bundled up, and girl talk, and what we're looking for, and all of that to start before they even get ready to board the plane. And we didn't fly in on a big plane, because who flies in Norwalk, Connecticut, or rather White Plains, New York? It was an early flight, so it was not full. And for us to all be so lively and wide awake and cheerful at the gate and to get on the plane and went, we were out like a light, spread all across the plane, because when I think all of us ended up having separate seats, but we were out like a light, and it was that power nap that we needed so that we were ready to meet Kimberly Mines when we got off the plane, and we were able to greet Sonya Covington, and we were there to rally What in, and for us to pile into our SUVs and to start off on this trek for the weekend, for all things Dooney and Bourke. And we ventured from there to where I will never forget, which is Penny's. And we all experienced the phenomenon known as the fuzzy fork. Yes, I said it, a fuzzy fork. I'm just going to let those of you that were there, that experienced and know about the fuzzy fork, share with the other ladies what the fuzzy forky is, because I don't want to go from tears to like throwing up on live stream, because just discussing the fuzzy fork makes my throat just a little tight. Needless to say, we all decided we were going to eat off of plasticware, because there was a fuzzy fork that was distributed at our table. And after seeing it, we all decided that none of us wanted to put the utensils in our mouth. So we ate our brunch. We blessed it. Yes, we did. We blessed it. You need to bless your food, especially after a fuzzy fork appears at the table. And Kimberly Mines blessed the table and hopefully killed all of the fuzziness that may have come out of the kitchen. But you had to be there. You had to be there. It's those things that never make it into live stream. They never appear in front of the camera. But we will forever remember the fuzzy fork. So if you heard of it, we also had some good water while we were all together. And for those of you that don't know, during the Chicago meet and greet, the tribe adopted a signature drink. We had bottles and bottles and bottles of pink Moscato. And even some of the tribe members that were not drinkers of the devil's juice, the spirits and wine, the happy juice, the adult beverages, partook in a toast of the pink Moscato. And that became, per the military mom, our signature drink. So we had a variety of good water poolside, but pink Moscato, being born as the tribe's drink, was one of the most memorable moments of 2018. And moving from drinking on a party bus to a rendezvous, before we could even rendezvous at the liquor store, we had to find a liquor store in Connecticut. And then trying to figure out where we were going to pour our libations without getting kicked out of the hotel. And ending up in the pool that virtually was a sauna for us was so hilarious. And the game that we played and the conversation and the laughter, all of those were things that I feel sealed for us the fact that the tribe would forever be thick as thieves. And not to be outdone, because we ventured, across state lines to get as much Dooney and Bourke in as we could. We ventured into Central Valley, New York, where we met none other than the Carmen Hawkins and her sister Lillian. And we found some little Dooney addicts in training. And if you watched, it was Kimberly's live stream from our time at Applebee's. Then you will have gotten a view of us taking up like one entire side of the restaurant because we were thick at that point. There were coats and we kind of ditched our bags at that point. But this was one of those things where it was like, well, we can sit you all in, an area at separate tables. And we were like, no, we all need to be together. So however y'all need to set that up so that we can all be together at one table, whether it's a long rectangle or a fat square, we didn't care, but we all wanted to spend that time together. And just being able to connect with Carmen and her sister and B-Star and Sunny Skies and M's and it's one thing when you are creating a sisterhood. It's another when you venture out and you take your sister with you and bring her into a sisterhood, because that just makes all of the experiences even better, even funnier, even richer. And I will forever be grateful because, like me, we're pretty fierce protectors in this tribe. And if you mess with one of ours, then you mess with us all. And that's how I am about my family, and especially about my sister. So the fact that these ladies entrusted the tribe into that personal space was absolutely amazing. And because we came from far and wide, near and far, car and train and plane, it gave us the opportunity to shop. Because we have personal shopped. Carmen has personal shopped. Sonya Covington has been the personal shopper. Kimberly Mines has been personal shopper. Mrs. Q. Our last night together during the tent sale, where we took up an entire side of the pizza joint where we ate. Uh-oh, you guys are buffering. I'm sorry. Let's see. Can we get you back? All right, I'm back. Closet dive, am I good? Okay, perfect. All right. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So the last night we were all together and we doubled back because, see, we are creatures of habit. Just like we are habitual ILD and Dooney.com website viewers, we were also creatures of habit when we got together for dinner, because we found something that was really good and that could accommodate us, and where we were able to take over an entire half of a restaurant and just hang out. We live streamed, we chatted, we talked. Ems introduced me to this gorgeous little coach piece that I absolutely fell in love with, and there's more to come on the love for Coach, because we are experimenting in 2019, so there will be more to share in 2020 on our look back for 2019. But I had the most amazing pizza. And I mean, when you're in and out of different places, whether it's New York or Chicago, but to think that there would be amazing pizza in Norwalk, Connecticut, around the corner from Fuzzy Fork. It was just absolutely amazing. And then one last rally before 2018 locked its doors and shut off its lights was the reappearance of none other than the Florentine medium Russell. And thanks to none other than the DJ King, we jumped on the Russell bandwagon, and many of you that we have not yet had an opportunity to meet in person took the dive, pulled the trigger, signed up for eBates, and pulled the trigger and absolutely fell in love with the Florentine medium Russell. Yes, DJ King texted me at 06:30 in the morning asking, did you see the Russell is back? And before I could even respond to her, because we are creatures of habit, I went straight to Dooney.com. So to be able to get that at such an amazing price during the 12 days of Dooney, and so many of you picked it up in several different colors. And last week, many of you shared that you were absolutely thrilled with your purchase and that you loved it. I could not have been happier to end the year with us rallying around one again of the most memorable moments of 2018. So it was an amazing year, some amazing purchases, even more the great friendships and relationships that were born, spending time shopping with you, being consistent, even though I'm late sometimes on Sundays, the opportunity to spend my Sunday evenings with you, and that week after week after week, you show back up. I cannot say how much I appreciate you and the fact that you took the journey with the tribe through 2018 and gave us some of the most memorable moments of 2018. It wouldn't have been the same without you in the live streams. It wouldn't have been the same without you shopping beside us in May for the meet and greet. It would not have been the same live streaming our game from the sauna with our water in Norwalk, Connecticut. It would not have been the same if it were not for all of you and your openness, your willingness to share the sales and the price matching and the where you found something. It has been absolutely amazing. And I look forward to many, many memorable moments in 2019. And I am sure that if there is nothing more, that even if there are not top Dooney and Bourke moments in 2019, if there are not exclusive moments, that there will be exclusive tribe moments. And for that, this community will continue to grow and embrace and in support. And I'm just thrilled. I'm thrilled. It has been a really rough weekend for me, and it's not just because of the travel and the fact that there's snow piled up there taller than I am, but just some really tough things personally, and I'm not gonna go into those right now because I'm not crying today. This is not the format. I've cried all day. But that's 2018 in review. That's, they do the YouTube, YouTube Rewind. Well, this is our Dooney Tribe Rewind for 2018. I hope to be back home in the warmth of my own home next weekend when we connect. And we'll pick back up with the video list that you voted on last week. Please make sure that you are supporting my tribe sisters, Sonya Covington, Kimberly Mines. Make sure that you sign back in on Friday evening at 7:30 Central Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern, because we are all hanging out on Mrs. Q's channel for Real Fridays. And then Mrs. Q will be hosting Tribe Time on Saturday morning, which is 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Central. So we will all be there supporting, sharing, laughing, talking, and doing what this community does best. I will be back on Sunday, 6 Eastern, 5 Central, for, I think it's going to be the top 5 purchases of 2018. I think that's the one that had the most votes, and there were 60 of you that voted, so thank you very much for doing that. I appreciate it. I hate that I had to do them out of order, but my bag was already 51 pounds, and TSA is a little questionable right now, so I decided not to try to bring a ton of bags with me. As far as where I am, I don't know that you can really even see out now other than the reflection in the window. But let's, if I have enough juice. Let's see. I am sure that you cannot see. So yeah, we're gonna just forget that. It's cold over here. I am in Chicago. So thank you. Oh, let me take a quick look at the comments before I sign out. If you would, if you have not given this video a thumbs up, if you can remember if you were a part of all of the awesomeness of 2018, if you come back week after week after week to see what goes on here, if you hang out on Friday nights, if you are enjoying Tribe Time, then show us as creators some love and support, and that thumbs up goes a long way when you start dealing with all of the videos and content on YouTube. The algorithm likes to see thumbs up, so that helps us as content creators. Update on a couple of events. Just a reminder that it is, if you have not made a payment on your cruise, April 2nd will be here before you know it. So make sure that you have submitted a payment, or at least that you have a reminder of when the final payment is due. Nashville will be our spring Dooney and brunch. We will be at Monell's at the Manor, which is close to the airport in Nashville, so it'll be easy for everyone to find. Then we will go to Cuba. Then we will come back and we will do Dooney and brunch in Charlotte. And then we will be in Vegas, baby, October 25th, 26th, and 27th. So stay tuned. There is more to come. But for now, I've got to figure out some warm layers for tomorrow because it's a 90% chance it's going to snow. And I'm pretty sure that it's going to. And I need to be warm. And I also need to boot up my laptop and get some work done. So that's all I have. Thank you so very much for watching. Until next time, I do hope that you find something that feeds your Dooney addiction. Take care.